Rainollon here. Today is another build showcase, and it's definitely not Trumna, and it's Trumna. Let us immediately start. Starting with the mods I'm using. I'm using Prime Firestorm for blast radius, Galena's Chamber for multi-shot, Galena's Scope for critical chance, Galena's App for stash chance, direct damage per status on target, Vital Sense for critical damage, Rim Rounds for cold and stash chance, Magnet Force for toxin stash chance, toxin and cold give you viral, and Vital Acceleration for a lot of fire rate below 0 damage, which is not that big of a deal. For the Excel's weapon adapter slot mods, by far the best one is easily Stabilizer. Gives you a lot of weapon recoil, plus Deadhead's weapon recoil. You fix the recoil problems entirely. This weapon has a ridiculous recoil, even with Deadhead. So if you want to fix it, use Stabilizer. That's something I highly recommend. For the Arcane, primary Deadhead is by far the best in slot. 360% increased damage on precision headshot kill, 30% headshot multiplier, and weapon recall. Really good. For the passive is really good as well. When you kill stuff, you charge up your passive, you press the alternative fire mode button, which is middle mouse, and you release an explosion that constantly bounces around and does a lot of damage. So yeah, it's pretty good. Stats on this weapon. The fire rate is kind of weak, that's why we use Vital Acceleration to fix that. Magazine size is really good, maximum ammo is fine-ish. Reload speed is the worst reload speed in the entire game. Accuracy is solid, it's automatic, has no punch through doesn't work on this weapon. Ribbon Dispo is solid-ish. If you really like this weapon, get rid of Vital Acceleration and put it like a critical chance, critical damage, multi-shot Ribbon. That's by far the best in slot. Critical chance, solid. Crit multi, solid. Stash chance, really good. And total damage is solid. Also, when you shoot and hit enemies directly, you do this amount of total damage. And then the 2.3 explosion does this amount of total damage, which is solid. And now, when you charge up your passive, your alternative fire mode, and when you use it, it has much higher critical chance, multi, and a huge stash chance, doing a little bit of damage, but then it explodes in a 8.64 meter radius, doing this much total damage, which is really good. You're going to be seeing some massive heat procs on enemies. Heat is going to just melt enemies, and it's a really powerful alternative fire mode button. So yeah, stat-wise on this weapon, solid, except for the reload speed. So yeah, time for me to show you in game. So how does the Trumna work? You aim and you shoot. That's pretty much it. This is the reload. 10 years. And now I can shoot again. So now I'm going to show you against enemies. Level 55, Orc and Belly Group dudes. Regular star chart. Spawn them in. Kill the butchers to get the Deadhead stacks. Come on, there you go. Now I'm gonna shoot the heavy gunner. There we go. It's quite good. Now for the alternative fire mode, which is the middle mouse. As you can see, it bounces around, it does a lot of damage. And that's pretty much it against regular star chart. It's overkill, it's really good. Time for me to show you against high level Steel Path, level 195 Steel Path, Orc and Belly Group dudes. Reload this puppy. 10 years. There we go. Shoot enemies in the head to get the Deadhead stacks, of course. Have the alternative fire mode button. Look at the heavy gunners. Shoot. And everything is dead. Yep, it's quite good. Now I'm gonna show you by shooting them. So how good is it for single target DPSing? It's solid. Then once you get the charges up, and just do this, and yeah, it's quite good. It's a really good single target DPSer, and has one of the strongest AoE explosion system in the entire game, I will say. And nothing scales so well as this alternative fire mode one. And it's a pretty satisfying, sick looking, it sounds amazing primary weapon. I like it a lot. I used to use it a lot. I stopped because of the power creep. So yeah, I highly recommend going for this weapon. It's a really sick weapon. It's really powerful. I hope you enjoy the build. Thank you everybody for watching. Leave a like, sub, and see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.